Hi everyone, late mail for Sapphire Coast, 3rd of November. Our 4 runners today. Our first runner comes up in race number 3, Flying Cafe. She's been very consistent this preparation. She seems to have a real liking for the wet track, so the track still being a soft 7 at the moment, might get to a soft 6. Hopefully it doesn't get any drier than that because she does like a bit of give in the ground. She has been racing really consistently, like I said. A lot of second and a few fourths. Looking for the mile. Her last run over 1400, she got a long way back and finished off really strongly. So the stepping up to the mile today should really suit her. She's found a race that is quite even and not overly strong, so she'll get every opportunity. She's got a tricky gate though, barrier 7, but there is barely any speed in this race at all, so there's no out-and-out leader. Maybe Preeminent might lead, but it seems to be a little bit weak at the end of its races. So if Cafe can jump and just jump how she can, she won't have to push forward. She'll probably be able to sit somewhere in that first 4 if she just jumps nice and even and takes up a position up there. And if that happens, she should be a really good each-way chance, and she should be fighting out the finish. Our other runner in the race, Jahira, she's got barrier 2. Jess Taylor's in the saddle. Jess rode her last start at Nowra, where she ran 3rd. The race sets up pretty good for her. From that good gate, you don't want to be drawn wide at Sapphire and get caught wide. So if she can be as positive as she was last start, and she'd probably be able to sit about 5th or 6th and either be on the fence or one off. And that will give her every opportunity to be fighting out the finish. She's in fantastic condition. She's feeling really well, and she couldn't be working any better. And like I said before, this race is a pretty even bunch of horses, and there's no standouts. So Jahira's ran quite a lot of placings. She's very consistent. She hasn't cracked it for a win, but she definitely gets a chance to do that today in this race. Both our runners in that race should run really well. The next race that we're in is race number 7. We've got 2 runners in this one as well. Our first runner is Constantinu. She's first up after a break. She went to the paddock after a 3rd and a 1st. Her jump out a few weeks ago was really impressive. She ran a good time, led the whole way in that. Today she's got a really tricky draw, barrier 11. She's a pretty speedy horse, and Sean will be positive on her, but we just don't want to get caught in a speed battle up front and get stuck wide. So she's going to need a really good ride from Sean and just a bit of luck in that first couple 100 metres. But she should be up there somewhere near the front. Hopefully she can just get across, and so she's not sort of more than 1 or 2 off the fence. She couldn't be going into the race any better. She looks fantastic, and her work's been really good. And she is one of the favourites, and I think she deserves to be one of the favourites in this race. Whatever she does on the day, she'll improve next start, but she should go pretty close. Her form last preparation was pretty good. That first up 3rd was in a pretty strong maiden, and one of those horses won over the weekend in a showcase race at Goulburn. Our other runner in the race is Black Hill Kitty. She's been racing consistently without winning. She's always finishing somewhere between 3rd and 6th. She's always thereabouts. She's drawn better than our other runner, Constantinu, so Black Hill Kitty likes to go forward. She should be able to push forward and sit somewhere in that first 3 or 4 and get a good position. Robin's on her. She's got no weight on her back, and Robin's ridden her for a 3rd and a 4th for only 2 rides on her, so she knows her well. The track improving from the heavy range down into the soft range really suits this horse. The drier the track is, the better for her. She definitely doesn't want it heavy, so the meeting being relocated to this Thursday has really helped her. She looks fantastic, and her work when the tracks are dry has been really good. So she always gives it all, and she tries really hard. She just has a bit of trouble sometimes handling that home corner, where she wants to hang out a little bit. But it's a pretty even race, and she's definitely an each-way chance if she can jump clean and get up near the front. They're all our runners for the day. Constantinu is probably our best, but I think the first 2 that we have in race 3, they're both really good chances in that maiden mile. They both should go really close. Best of luck, guys.